If you're a sports enthusiast or are into managing your team in the franchise mode in sports games, you won't want to miss this video. Brace yourselves for the most immersive baseball experience in MLB the Show's franchise mode. In my upcoming video, I'll be diving deep into the game's CPU versus CPU battles, the intricacies of managing both minor and major league rosters, the unparalleled control you'll have over your team, and a head-to-head comparison of its features against the competition. Get ready to step up to the plate and join me as I explore the thrilling world of baseball management like never before. This video review is a game changer you won't want to miss. So some of the features that I'm going to be talking about are: is it beginner friendly, the settings and sliders that it has, the features that it has, the contract management system, the draft, the trading system, the CPU AI, as well as giving my overall review on the topic. So I'm gonna start right off with the beginner friendly aspect. So I think a key aspect of any game is it beginner friendly, as well as making sure there are options for more advanced and experienced players to make it more harder. This game does both. So at the start, you can select the level of complexity for different tasks that you would actually like to do. If you don't want to do a very complex task, you can set it to auto. Otherwise, you can keep it to a manual. This game actually shows you what those tasks would be and the level of complexity at the bottom in stars. But don't worry, regardless of what you pick here, you can always go into the settings and change them to auto or manual once you become more experienced and want more of a challenge, or would like to make things a little easier. So again, this game hits the nail on the head in terms of beginner friendly options, as well as advanced and more experienced player options. So moving right on into the settings and the sliders, this game's franchise mode has an extensive amount of settings and sliders to truly tailor a franchise to the level of immersion and control that you want. Some of the cool sliders you can do are turning GM contracts on, which make it so you have a chance of being fired if you don't do your job correctly. This makes managing a franchise just a little bit harder. You can enable CPU trading, which makes the CPU make their own trades amongst each other, and even turn off or on the DH and extra innings rules. For the sliders, they have a lot, and honestly, I don't recommend changing any of these, especially for CPU versus CPU games. It's pretty balanced in my opinion, and even playing against the CPU, there's difficulties that are balanced in my honest opinion. So if there's a time when things get too hard, you can lower it, and if things get too easy, once again, you can raise it. So MLB the Show's franchise has multiple features not seen in other franchises by their competitors, such as a trade block system that actually works. Not only can you add players to it, but you can add positions seeking, so you can get offers for players at different positions when making or requesting trades, as well as an amazing contract management system that I'm going to get into next, a cool draft system, and a cool trading system. So with the contract management system, so I'm only going to lightly touch over this in this video, but I will release a more detailed video regarding contract management in MLB the Show. However, this is possibly the best contract management system that I've ever seen. They let you know what they're looking for per year and have a morale boost on the right, like some games that can make it harder or easier to actually sign these players. However, what most games don't have are the option, role, and payout structure features. With the option, you can add either a player or club option to your player, which will affect the likelihood of them signing. The role that you want to give them: are they a bench player? Are they there for depth? Are they a starter? Are they a star player, or just an everyday player? What you tell them on contract day is going to affect the likelihood that they sign and hit the morale if you lie to them, or they may not sign the next contract. Finally, a cool thing is the payout structure. You can front or backload a contract if needed. Again, I'm going to release a full video going over this in the future, so subscribe so you don't miss that video. I'm not going to dive any deeper into this, but again, looking at Madden, the contract structuring is lackluster. You can't front or backload players. It can be hard to negotiate, and you have to wait a week after the initial contract if they don't sign, and it doesn't give you a realistic contract negotiation feel like MLB the Show does. Moving on into the draft. The draft is honestly pretty cool. In the MLB, the draft happens in the middle of the season. In the MLB, you actually can't trade for picks, but there is a way to get extra picks from teams, which I will go over in another video. However, during the first 3 picks, it gives you a cool little animation But after you're on the clock, you have 4 minutes to make a selection, while the CPU only has 10 seconds. Sometimes they pick fast, sometimes they use the whole clock. However, you cannot pause your time, so you are on the clock. But if you scout correctly, which again, I will go over in another video, you will perfectly be fine. You will always draft a great team of prospects. But like I said previously, the CPU can reach. Unlike in most other sports games, during the draft, you can actually go back and see all the picks and players that the CPU has made thus far and actually fully see that player, which I think is honestly really cool. In Madden, however, it just feels scripted. Teams would typically stick to the mock drafts and draft the best player on the board for positions they need, which again just makes it feel very scripted. So going on into the trading system, we have 3 more things to touch over. The trading system I actually love. Not only when you request trades are the trades pretty fair and even, but you can get prospects, which are young potential studs. So if you don't need a MLB ready talent at the moment, you can trade for good prospects and place them on your minor league teams and let them develop at a lower level for years to come. Whereas in Madden, the trading system can be abused. Even using the get offers feature in Madden, CPUs don't offer realistic trades or value, and it always seems one-sided. Either the user is going to win or the CPU is going to win that trade. So is the CPU AI in MLB the Show good? Honestly, the CPU AI in this game is better than a lot of other games CPU, such as Madden that I played. Throughout the season, teams will offer you a lot of trades, and not just that, they would typically stick to only actually asking for positions or offering positions for players or positions that you actually have on your trade block. They won't actually reach for your non-negotiables that aren't on your trade block. CPUs will actually also make trades amongst themselves and manage their minor league teams like you can, calling people up and moving them down as needed, which actually makes franchises very interesting. During the draft day, they just don't draft the best player. Again, they really draft based on their needs and at times can reach and get someone that they don't need. Unlike Madden, whose CPU doesn't make any trades, barely sends you offers for players on their trade block, and honestly, just drafts typically the best players available and typically won't reach during the draft. It feels very automated and scripted at times with Madden. Overall, I'm honestly having a lot of fun with this MLB the Show franchise, especially as a CPU versus CPU player. This could be because I come from playing Madden, which I still will on this channel, but all of these features feels refreshing and are what Madden players have been asking for in their franchise mode for years that we just don't get. So to be able to actually have them in a game and actually play with them feels extremely refreshing, and I recommend you giving this game a shot, especially because it's free on the Game Pass if you have Xbox. There's a 3-hour trial on PlayStation Plus if you have PlayStation Plus, and it's also on sale right now on the PlayStation Plus store. So we're grinding videos at the moment and really focused. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like and subscribing so you don't miss another video about me, and let me know in the comment section what video you would like to see next, whether it's this or Madden. You can click the video on the left to see a recent Madden 23 franchise video that I just recently uploaded, or you can click the video on the right to see a video that YouTube handpicks out for you, so check that video out. I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm out. Peace.